Sunday night in the garage. Let's slow this down and get everyone caught up, because if you weren't watching all weekend, this move probably felt like it came out of nowhere. It didn't. This started with geopolitics, not charts. Over the weekend, the macro backdrop changed fast. On Saturday, January 17th, President Trump announced new tariffs tied directly to Greenland. He said a 10% tariff on goods from 8 European countries would start February 1st, rise to 25% on June 1st, and stay in place until the United States reaches a deal to buy Greenland. That's not normal trade policy, that's leverage tied to territory. And Europe didn't take time to think about it. Within roughly 24 hours, the response began. European Parliament leaders froze work on ratifying the new EU-US trade pact. Public warnings came out about countermeasures under the EU's anti-coercion rules. French President Macron and others openly pushed what they call the trade bazooka. By Sunday, January 18th, EU governments were formally discussing a retaliatory package of up to 93 billion euros, about $108 billion, including not just tariffs, but possible market restrictions on US companies. EU ambassadors held emergency meetings in Brussels to coordinate the response. That's escalation, fast escalation. Now here's why markets cared. There are two different groups involved, and that's where complexity comes in. On one side, Trump's tariffs directly target 8 countries: Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Finland. These are the countries facing the 10% tariff starting February 1st, rising to 25% by June. On the other side, the retaliation isn't just those 8 countries, it's the European Union as a system, led by France and Germany, backed by the targeted countries, with Norway and the UK politically aligned, even though they're outside the EU structure. So this isn't a clean one-to-one trade fight, it's the US versus the EU framework, with NATO partners involved on both sides. Markets hate messy power fights like that. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where people felt it. Bitcoin didn't drift lower, it dropped hard. We went from about 95,700 to 92,000 in minutes. That kind of move doesn't come from long-term investors calmly selling. That comes from leverage getting flushed in a thin market. Stops were stacked. Liquidity was light. Once the first level broke, selling became mechanical. After that flush, price stabilized. We're now sitting around 92,700. That looks like a bounce, and emotionally it feels like relief. But structurally, this still looks like a reaction bounce, not a clean recovery. Real recoveries take time. They grind sideways. They rebuild confidence. Fast drops followed by fast pops usually mean the market is testing buyers, not declaring the danger over. Timing mattered too. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. US stock markets are closed. Crypto trades 24/7. That creates a liquidity gap, and when geopolitical headlines hit during that gap, price moves fast and exaggerates emotion. That's exactly what we saw. So who does this affect? Short-term traders feel it first. Leverage gets punished. Anyone borrowing to trade in a headline-driven market is playing Russian roulette. Long-term holders feel it emotionally, but structurally, nothing is broken yet. Bitcoin held 92,000, and that level matters. Buyers defended it. As long as 92 holds, this is a volatility reset, not a breakdown. But we still respect the downside. 88,000 is the danger zone. If we lose 88 on real volume, the next place price usually searches is 80 to 82. That's not fear. That's market structure. So what's the takeaway for the regular guy? This wasn't a random dip. It was geopolitics colliding with leverage in a thin market. Nothing is over yet. The headlines aren't resolved. This bounce hasn't proven strength. That doesn't mean panic. It means patience. De-risk leverage. Keep cash ready. Let price prove itself before you trust it. Most people won't realize anything changed until after it's obvious. Markets always whisper before they scream. We'll keep watching it so you don't have to. Engines hot, safety off, let it rip.